If you're having trouble with mathematics, numbers getting problematic, don't you panic. Check MathWiz, the best math tutor on the planet. From fraction to algebra, simple maths, add up some trigonometry into that. Learning math is fun with MathWiz, and that's a fact. We're rooting for you.
Welcome back to MathWiz Academy. We're hoping that you're going to enjoy today's lesson. If this is your first time watching, welcome to the family. All right, so we are going to continue with our algebra, but this time we are going to go into what about multiplying, right? Various letters and numbers. Now, the first thing I want to mention is that the prerequisite for this video is that you must know how to multiply your positive and negative numbers. If that is not a skill that you are comfortable with, we do have a video where we go through teaching that. So I would suggest you go and watch that video first, and then come back here so that you can be absolutely comfortable. Okay, so provided you have done that, we can go into today's lesson. To start today's lesson, we would have mentioned this in some of our other videos. However, let us just go ahead and repeat that numbers or letters beside each other without any signs in between mean multiplication. So for example, if you see 2y, you are supposed to know that this really means 2 multiplied by y. Let us say you have MP, that is really saying M multiplied by P. And let us say we have 3xy, right? That really means 3 multiplied by x multiplied by y. Now that's going to be fundamental for today's lesson, so ensure that you jot that down. That you're okay with that concept, because we're going to use it for the examples today. Okay, so for our first example, let us say we have 4 multiplied by m. Now, what we want to do is first make note of the sign. So this is a positive multiplied by a positive, and based on the rules, we know we expect to get a positive. And so this is a positive, and 4 times m, based on what I would have mentioned at the start of this video, we know we could write this as 4m, right? So in math, we generally wouldn't write with the multiplication sign in between. You would simply just write the letters beside, or the letter and number beside each other, which captures the multiplication. Let's go with another example. So let us say we have minus 2 or negative 2 multiplied by p, right? The first thing we'd want to do is to note the sign. So we have a negative multiplied by a positive, and according to the rules, we should get a negative. Then the same thing applies. 2 times p is going to give us 2p. Let's go through with another example. Let us say we have minus 5 multiplied by minus b, right? Or negative 5 multiplied by negative b. So we have a negative multiplied by a negative. So you are to get a positive. And so we have positive, and 5 times b will give you 5b. All right, let's keep the examples going. Let us say we have m multiplied by minus 6. Again, you would have a positive multiplied by a negative, and according to the rules, you should get a negative. And 6 multiplied by m gives you 6m. Now, I do want to note that for this final example, even though the m is in front, again, because here at MathWiz Academy, we're teaching you the fundamental skills of what we do in math. I would not expect you to write M6, right? So how we write in math is that we put our signs, then our numbers, and then our letters in alphabetical order, right? So it's your signs, then your numbers, and then the letters in alphabetical order. Okay, I'm going to go through another set of examples, and then I will give you a few to try on your own. So going through our second set of examples, let us say we have minus m multiplied by 2. Right, so in this case, we still have a negative multiplied by a positive, so we know the answer should be a negative, and 2 multiplied by m is 2m. Let us go with negative 3 multiplied by minus t, or negative t. So in this case, we would have a negative multiplied by a negative, which would give us a positive. And 3 times t gives us 3t. Please note this is a plus, and the letter there is a t. Right? Let's go through another example. Let's say we have minus or negative p Let's go through another example. Let's say we have p multiplied by negative 5, right? So we have a positive multiplied by a negative, so we are to get a negative. And 5 times p gives us 5p. You can go ahead and try these questions. I suggest that you press pause, work them out, and then you can press play to receive the solution. So provided you work these out on your own and you are ready for the answers, we have 8 multiplied by y. So we have a positive multiplied by a positive, which will give us a positive, and 8 multiplied by y will give us 8y. We then have negative b multiplied by negative 4, and a negative multiplied by a negative is a positive, and b multiplied by 4 is 4b. It is 4b, not b4, because we put our numbers in front of our letters. We then have 6 multiplied by minus m, or negative m. A positive multiplied by a negative is a negative, and 6 multiplied by m is 6m. We then have minus p multiplied by 10. We have a negative multiplied by a positive, which is a negative, and p multiplied by 10 is going to give us 10p. So I do hope you found this video useful. Be sure to watch the other parts of this series to ensure that you cover all of the skills that you would need when multiplying in algebra. So if you found this video useful, be sure to leave your comment below, or subscribe, like, whichever you have not done as yet, just to let me know that you are in the community, that you are enjoying the videos, if there's anything I can do to improve your experience. And until next time, remember, I'm always rooting for you, and I will see you in the next video.